All right, so let's get into show business now with Miss G. Miss G is here already.
Hi, already.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, so at the Golden Movie Awards 2019, there were lots of great moments, including a confession made by the famous Nigerian director who was big here in Ghana back in the day when Venice movies or production started. His name is Frank Raja. And he came on stage and told us about how he sabotaged the career of actor Eddie Nati.
Oh.
And so I thought to find out what exactly the issues were. And then he revealed that, wait, not only Eddie Nati, but also Smith Asante.
Sometimes you just wouldn't have opportunity to say things, you know. Eddie was one of the actors that when I saw, he was fantastic, he was good. You understand? He was fantastic, he was good. He had every quality I wanted in an actor, you know. When I picked Majid, Van Vika and all of that, he was one of the cast I also picked to work with. But for some reason, you know, then I was still very young, youthful, and I got upset with him and I decided to just push him aside and not minding him. Without telling him, I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him he offended me. I didn't tell him he did something wrong to me. I just neglected him and I wasn't filming with him. Whilst I was busy pushing Majid and all of that. Even John DeMello came, I started pushing John, doing all of that and putting someone I know that has the talent to do it. So sometimes you look back and you regret certain things. When you see his peers and you know that you contributed to that, the reason he's not standing among them, you feel bad. I was so bad when I saw him. He came to greet me, and I was looking at those on stage, even though Majid wasn't there and that, but I just know that he deserved a spot like that because I know he was fantastic.
What did he really do?
Just think that maybe I also overreacted because I didn't ask him. You know, the same thing I did not just to him, to Smith Asante.
Wow.
Yes.
He also offended you?
Yes. You know, but I just thought I should just let all of those sleeping dog lie. There were talks then that, you know, being a Nigerian, you know, it wasn't that easy making film here and constantly making films here. The back talk were like too much for me to handle certain things. So when I discovered that, when I'm told, sometimes, because I have this craziness in me sometimes, so I overreacted. I heard some talk that I wasn't comfortable with. I just had to just slice it off.
Somebody told you that he had said something about you,
yes,
and same was with Smith Asante?
But over time, I've come to discover that he's actually not that kind of person. So I felt very bad.
So for a lot of people in the auditorium, it was the first time we're hearing this, but Eddie said that at a certain point he had heard him say that. Okay. So here's his reaction after the news.
Unfortunately for me, no, it didn't send some chills because he has said it before. I once invited him to Xylophone Media, where I was teaching the Xylophone Arts Club. I invited him over to a director that I respect so much and I have learned a lot from, to give them a talk of how the industry is. And he confessed that to them, and I was shocked. I actually shed tears, and I was like, Frank, because I have almost everything that I know. I did learn from him, and it's one person I really respect and love so much. So I didn't get where that sabotage was coming from. Well, I don't know. But all the same, or whatever God has written, it will come to pass. He has really contributed to my career, as in bringing me up as an actor and all of that. I know his capabilities and I love that. But it's unfortunate that he has to, my point is, even if I did something, I'm human, I can just apologize and we can go on. If you know there's a talent in somebody that you can raise it, why not? You can bring it out, why not? That's the most important thing. But I'm happy and grateful that he confessed, or he just said it in front of everybody, so that people will think that, okay, it was not like Eddie Nati was not making an effort, it was not like you're not a good actor, you are a good actor, but actually people or industry players who had the opportunity to give you that platform didn't give you the chance.
So let's go back
I still think he turned out good.
Well, Eddie, like Frank Raja said, Eddie started way back with the likes of, Van Vika and, Majid actually.
He's not in a terrible place, that's the point I'm making.
He could have also been honored, on the night. He's not received that, he doesn't have his face on the Walk of Fame. He's not gone to Nigeria, made name like all the other ones, So maybe there was more that could have happened if he had given him the opportunity. But away from let's still talk about the film village, because actor Kofi Ajololo is not excited. He thinks things that now that we are being told that a film village will be built in Kumasi as well as Chebi, shows that the people told lies.
You know Ghana films now, you like it or not, the hub is in Kumasi. Kumasi is where the production of films actually take place. So if you are telling me that you're going to build a village for filmmaking and film industry, rather think of Kumasi. What's Chebi? Whoever thought of that to decide or whatever about Kumasi, Chebi, excuse me, probably that person didn't sleep well and woke up to tell me, a veteran in the industry, that is going to build film industry in Ghana here at Chebi. It's unthinkable of. And so me, I thought, I was confused. If it's Chebi, rather think of go and build a village for films in Kita, my hometown. Yeah.
There's been talks that they will do one there and do one in Kumasi.
So I'm saying that as people who are trying to plan and then make sure that our film industry develops to a certain level by establishing villages, didn't they think before coming out and saying, like, because this thing was said, then later on when people were agitating and talking about it, that's when they came out and said they are going to build another one somewhere. These are all lies. They should have thought about it. It's so simple. How many actors are in Chebi areas? So the boys and the girls who travel from Kumasi or from Accra to Chebi to go and act. Because we don't have land in Accra here, Dodowa and all those places that they can build a village. Or what? I have a problem. Whoever might have sat down to thought about Chebi, I have a problem with that person.
All right, so what's the importance of this film village anyway? A lot of people seem to be making a fuss about it. What's the importance?
In a sense that sometimes we go for locations. We will need even hospitals. We need saloons. When it comes to the African films, we need African huts and villages, and it must be where we can get all these resources to have these places built. So it's very important. These days, when we go to some houses to film, they charge some exorbitant amounts of money. You want to use cars, they charge. Even space, they charge. But here's a case that we can build these kind of things for the purpose of film, make believe that this one is a hospital. This one, we do it. That's when people like the set designers come in. So, you know, it's very important to us. Very, very important.
And with the promises that were given in this by this government in the manifesto as compared to what has been delivered on the ground?
Well, I don't think all the promises that they made concerning the creative arts and things like that, I don't think they've actually done anything about it. You know yourself as you are interviewing me, you know. They've not done anything about it. The promises were so huge and large, but till now, nothing. I mean, I don't see anything. I can't be bothered because I will still be here. A producer will call me to come and work, pay me, and I'm in my corner. Yeah. But for the promises the politicians promised us, that in this honor they were going to do that, nothing has been done. Excuse me. I'm very sorry to say, but nothing has been done.
And that's Kufia Jololo from our producer, Blast Village. He wants a film village in Qatar. Yeah. We support.
Okay. But one thing I think we haven't done quite a good service to is your outfit, the outfit you wore.
Thank you for having me. I thought we'd do every lessons
really
every day. So
people can go to your Miss G, I am Miss G on Instagram and go check it out. You look really good in the outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm on the show.
Hey.
All right, thank you very much, Miss G, for bringing it.